The date is 17th December 2025, and here in the heart of Tanzania, a timeless drama unfolds. As the first rays of dawn spill across the Serengeti, the land awakens beneath a sky painted in hues of gold and crimson. The sun, already fierce, climbs steadily, casting a relentless glare over a world shaped by extremes. The Serengeti stretches endlessly, nearly 15,000 square kilometers of open grassland, its surface shimmering beneath the dry season sun. The air is thick and heavy, vibrating with heat, and the horizon blurs where the earth meets the sky. Once these plains were lush and green, but now the grasses have faded to brittle gold, their blades whispering secrets as the hot wind sweeps across the land. Each gust stirs up dust, swirling it into the air, painting the landscape in muted ochres and yellows. The ground below is a patchwork of cracked earth, the soil fractured by months without rain. Deep fissures snake across the plains, evidence of the land's thirst, and every step stirs up a fine powder that clings to the legs of passing animals. Heat haze rises in shimmering waves, distorting the view and making distant herds appear to float above the ground. The sun's intensity is unyielding, and only the hardiest survive in this furnace of light and dust. Yet life persists. Herds of wildebeest, though thinned by migration, still move in the distance, their silhouettes wavering in the heat. Resident gazelles, impalas, and zebras graze cautiously, their ears flicking at every sound, their eyes ever watchful for danger. The Serengeti is not a flat, featureless plain. Here and there, ancient granite kopjes rise abruptly from the sea of grass, their weathered faces offering shade and shelter. These rocky outcrops are islands of life, where lizards bask, birds nest, and predators find refuge from the sun. In the shadows of the kopjes, lions doze, their tawny coats blending with the rocks. Leopards, elusive and silent, drape themselves over the limbs of acacia trees, hidden from view. Cheetahs, ever alert, scan the horizon from their vantage points, their slender forms poised for action. The acacia trees, sparse and stoic, cast long, skeletal shadows across the plains. Their umbrella-shaped canopies offer precious little shade, but for many animals it is enough to survive the midday heat. Beneath their branches, herds rest in uneasy truce, conserving energy for the cooler hours. Even in the hottest part of the day, the Serengeti is alive with subtle movement. Birds flit between thorny branches, insects hum in the grass, and the distant calls of hyenas echo across the emptiness. Every creature has adapted to the rhythm of this harsh world, timing its activity to the rise and fall of the sun. The great migration has moved on, but the drama of survival continues. The remaining herbivores graze in scattered groups, their senses sharpened by the ever-present threat of predators. Every rustle in the grass, every shifting shadow could mean life or death. The air is thick with tension, a silent communication that passes between prey and predator alike. Here, the ancient laws of nature are written in every glance, every heartbeat, every footfall on the sun-baked earth. This is a world where predator and prey share the same stage, each playing their part in a story as old as time. The cheetah, sculpted by evolution for speed, reigns supreme in this open arena, its every movement a testament to the power and beauty of adaptation. Unlike the lion, which relies on strength and numbers, or the leopard, a master of stealth, the cheetah's survival depends on its ability to outrun all others. In the vast open Serengeti, where cover is scarce and distances are great, speed is the ultimate weapon. The dry season is the cheetah's time. As the sun scorches the land and the grasses wither, the stage is set for the ultimate test of survival. Here, in the heart of the Serengeti, life endures, resilient, resourceful, and forever wild. The cheetah is an anatomical masterpiece, a living testament to the relentless power of natural selection. Every aspect of its body has been honed over millennia to create the ultimate pursuit predator. Its entire body is a finely tuned instrument of acceleration and speed, engineered for explosive bursts that leave most animals in its dust. The cheetah's frame is slender and long-legged, appearing almost fragile beside the robust forms of lions or leopards. But this apparent delicacy is deceptive. Its lightweight skeleton, with reduced bone mass and elongated limb bones, minimizes inertia and maximizes stride length, allowing for rapid acceleration and nimble maneuvering. The cheetah's spine is a marvel of evolutionary engineering. Composed of highly flexible vertebrae and powerful ligaments, it acts as a dynamic spring, coiling and uncoiling with each stride. This flexibility enables the cheetah to extend its body nearly twice its resting length during a sprint, propelling it forward with each bound. With every leap, the cheetah's hind legs drive far ahead of its front, while the spine's elasticity stores and releases kinetic energy. This unique spinal flexion, combined with elongated limbs and specialized muscles, allows the cheetah to cover up to 7 meters in a single bound, an extraordinary feat of agility and power. Every anatomical feature, from the tip of its nose to the end of its tail, is optimized for the chase. The cheetah's body is a study in aerodynamic efficiency, with a flattened rib cage and narrow waist reducing drag as it slices through the air. Its head is small and streamlined, minimizing wind resistance. The large flared nostrils expand dramatically during a sprint, maximizing oxygen intake. This is crucial, as the cheetah's muscles demand enormous amounts of oxygen during high-speed chases. Beneath the surface, the cheetah's thoracic cavity houses an oversized heart and lungs proportionally larger than those of any other big cat. The heart acts as a powerful pump, circulating oxygen-rich blood at a rapid rate, while the lungs expand to draw in vast volumes of air. This cardiovascular and respiratory system is designed for short, intense bursts of activity, fueling the muscles with the oxygen they need for explosive speed. The cheetah's claws are another remarkable adaptation. Unlike the fully retractable claws of other felines, the cheetahs are only semi-retractable, remaining exposed like the spikes on a sprinter's shoe. These claws dig into the ground, providing essential traction for rapid acceleration and enabling the cheetah to execute sharp, high-speed turns without losing grip. Its coat is a masterpiece of camouflage. The pale gold fur, adorned with solid black spots, breaks up the cheetah's outline in the dappled sunlight of the savannah. This disruptive coloration allows it to stalk prey with stealth, blending seamlessly into the tall grasses. Perhaps the most iconic feature is the pair of black tear marks running from the inner corners of the eyes down to the mouth. These marks are more than ornamental, they serve a critical function. By absorbing sunlight and reducing glare, they enhance the cheetah's focus, allowing it to track fast-moving prey even under the harsh African sun. The cheetah's vision is among the sharpest in the animal kingdom. Its eyes are adapted for daytime hunting, with a high concentration of nerve cells in the retina and a wide field of view. This enables the cheetah to spot potential prey from up to 3 miles away, even in the shimmering heat of the savannah. The cheetah's tail is a muscular, elongated appendage that acts as both counterbalance and rudder. During a chase, the tail whips from side to side, counteracting the forces of rapid turns and helping the cheetah maintain stability and direction as it mirrors the evasive maneuvers of its prey. This extraordinary suite of adaptations, a lightweight aerodynamic frame, a hyper-flexible spine, a powerful cardiovascular system, semi-retractable claws, and a balancing tail, combine to make the cheetah the fastest land animal on Earth. In a display of pure biological engineering, the cheetah can accelerate from 0 to over 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds. This explosive speed, unmatched in the animal kingdom, is the result of millions of years of evolutionary refinement, an apex predator perfectly sculpted for the chase. In the heart of the Serengeti, the midday sun blazes relentlessly, turning the golden plains into a shimmering mirage. Here, every creature is locked in a daily struggle, not just against each other, but against the oppressive heat itself. For predators and prey alike, survival depends on patience, strategy, and a deep understanding of the rhythms of this harsh environment. The cheetah, master of speed, knows that in this heat, every movement must be measured. It lies low in the grass, its body perfectly still, except for the slow rise and fall of its flanks as it breathes. The sun beats down, but the cheetah resists the urge to move, conserving every ounce of energy for the critical moment to come. Around it, the world seems to slow. Herds of gazelles and wildebeest graze in the distance, their movements languid, their ears flicking at the persistent flies. The cheetah's eyes never leave them, watching, waiting, learning the patterns of their behavior. Sometimes the cheetah seeks a higher vantage point, a termite mound or a rocky kopje, where it can scan the plains with its keen eyesight. From here, it observes not just the herds, but the subtle cues: a limping calf, a distracted mother, a young gazelle straying too far from the group. The cheetah's gaze is intense, unwavering. It is not simply looking for food, but for opportunity, a moment of weakness, a lapse in vigilance. Among the herds, the young and the old are most vulnerable. A calf that lags behind, a gazelle that wanders from the safety of numbers. These are the moments the cheetah waits for, sometimes for hours, unmoving, as the sun arcs overhead. When a target is chosen, a Thompson's gazelle separated from its companions, or a wildebeest calf momentarily alone, the cheetah's body tenses, but it does not rush. The art of patience is its greatest weapon. Silently, the cheetah slips from its lookout, melting into the tall grass. Its movements are slow, deliberate, each step calculated to avoid drawing attention. It crawls low, using every tuft of grass, every shadow, every dip in the land as cover. The cheetah's body is built for stealth as much as for speed. Low shrubs and uneven ground become allies, masking its approach. The cheetah's spotted coat breaks up its outline, making it nearly invisible in the dappled light. To the untrained eye, the cheetah vanishes, a ghost among the grasses. Only the flick of a tail or the glint of an eye betrays its presence. This slow advance can last for hours. The cheetah's patience is extraordinary, its discipline absolute. It moves only when the wind shifts, when the prey looks away, when the moment is right. At times it freezes completely, head low, eyes locked on its quarry. Not a muscle twitches as it waits for the herd to relax, for the target to drift just a little farther from safety. The cheetah reads the herd's behavior with uncanny precision. It senses when the gazelles are distracted by a sudden gust of wind, or when the wildebeest lower their heads to graze, their attention momentarily elsewhere. The heat is both a challenge and an opportunity. As the day grows hotter, the prey animals become sluggish, seeking shade, their alertness dulled by exhaustion. The cheetah, too, feels the strain, its tongue lolling as it pants quietly. But it endures, knowing that patience is its greatest ally. In the open plain, every movement is a risk. The gazelle's eyes are sharp, their ears attuned to the faintest sound. The cheetah moves with infinite care, closing the distance inch by inch, never breaking cover until the last possible moment. When it is close enough, 60 feet, sometimes less, the tension is palpable. The cheetah crouches, muscles quivering, every sense focused on the prey. One wrong move and the prey will bolt, the hunt lost before it begins. Too far, and the chase will be too long, too close, and the risk of detection is high. The cheetah calculates, waits, and listens to the rhythm of the savannah. In these final moments, the cheetah's body is a study in controlled energy. Every muscle is taut, every nerve alert, ready to explode into action. Its eyes are locked on the target, its mind empty of everything but the hunt. All the patience, all the waiting comes down to this single, perfect instant. The silent, patient stalk is about to erupt into a burst of speed, a testament to the cheetah's mastery of patience, strategy and survival in the unforgiving heat of the Serengeti. The transition from stalk to chase is instantaneous and breathtaking. In the wild, every heartbeat counts, and the moment a predator reveals itself, the world seems to hold its breath. In a blur of golden fur and black spots, the cheetah explodes from its cover. Muscles coil and release in a single, fluid motion, propelling the cat forward with astonishing force. That incredible acceleration, reaching top speed in just 3 seconds, often takes the prey completely by surprise. The gazelle's eyes widen, nostrils flare, and in a split second the chase is on. The chase is a short, violent, and utterly spectacular event, rarely lasting more than a minute. Every stride is a gamble, every heartbeat a race against time. The cheetah's body works in perfect harmony. Each muscle fiber contracts and releases in a symphony of movement, the entire frame built for one purpose: speed. Its long legs devour the ground, stretching and recoiling like living springs, covering up to 7 meters in a single bound. Its flexible spine acts as a powerful bow, coiling and releasing with each stride, allowing the cheetah to double the length of its step and maintain breathtaking velocity. The tail, long and muscular, whips back and forth, acting as a rudder to counterbalance every twist and turn, keeping the cheetah upright as it races across the uneven savannah. The prey, usually a gazelle or an impala, reacts with sheer panic. Its muscles tense, and in a burst of adrenaline, it launches into a desperate flight. Zigzagging wildly, the gazelle attempts to outmaneuver its pursuer, darting left and right in unpredictable patterns, hoping to break the cheetah's line of sight. This is where the cheetah's agility is just as important as its raw speed. It must read the prey's every move, anticipating feints and sudden changes in direction. Eyes locked on its quarry, the cheetah tracks every twitch and swerve, adjusting its own path in perfect synchrony. It mirrors the prey's sharp turns, never losing momentum, its body twisting and flexing with astonishing control. The semi-retractable claws dig into the hard-packed earth, acting like cleats, anchoring each stride and providing the grip needed to pivot at impossible angles. With each turn, the cheetah's body leans into the curve, its paws gripping the ground, changing direction at speeds that defy belief. It is a dance of life and death, predator and prey locked in a contest of reflexes and willpower. A single misstep, a slip, a stumble, by either animal can determine the outcome in an instant. The air is filled with the sound of pounding hooves, the staccato rhythm of pursuit echoing across the plains. Both animals gasp for breath, lungs burning, hearts thundering, each pushing their bodies to the absolute limit. As the cheetah closes the gap, it shifts tactics, preparing for the final decisive move. Unlike the lion, which relies on brute strength, the cheetah's approach is one of surgical precision. Every movement is calculated, every muscle tuned for accuracy and finesse. Extending a forepaw with perfect timing, the cheetah aims for the hind leg of the fleeing animal, seeking the moment when a single touch can change everything. A perfectly timed trip sends the prey tumbling to the ground in a cloud of dust, the chase ending in a heartbeat. The maneuver is executed with surgical accuracy, a testament to the cheetah's mastery of movement and timing. This tactic is designed to incapacitate the target with minimal risk, sparing the cheetah from injury and conserving precious energy. A prolonged struggle would be costly, both in energy and in the risk of attracting other predators. The savannah is never silent for long. Vultures and hyenas lurk nearby, waiting for any sign of weakness or opportunity. The moment the prey is down, the cheetah pounces, wasting not a second, every action honed by generations of survival. Its jaws, though not as powerful as a lion's, are perfectly adapted for their task, delivering a precise, suffocating bite. The cheetah clamps down on the windpipe, cutting off the prey's air supply with unwavering focus. This method is swift, minimizing the struggle and the risk of injury. The cheetah's grip is relentless, holding the prey until the final shudder of life fades away. In these moments, the cheetah conserves every ounce of energy, minimizing the struggle, ever aware of the dangers that still lurk. For a few moments, the only sound is the cheetah's own ragged, heavy panting as it holds its grip, body trembling from the immense physical exertion. The chase is over, but the toll is clear. Muscles quiver, sides heave, and the cheetah lies beside its prize, utterly spent. The hunter has been successful, the delicate balance of speed and precision tipping in its favor. But in the dangerous world of the Serengeti, the struggle for survival has only just begun. Every hunt is a test of movement, tactics, and the relentless pursuit of life. Victory in the hunt is for the cheetah a bitter-sweet triumph, one that comes with a heavy price. Out here, every meal is a gamble, and every success is shadowed by looming threats. The incredible physiological effort required for the chase pushes its body right to the brink. The cheetah's heart pounds, muscles burn, and its lungs gasp for air after a sprint that can mean the difference between life and death. Its temperature soars to dangerous levels, and it's left utterly exhausted, gasping for air. In these moments, the cheetah is as vulnerable as its prey once was. This recovery period is a moment of extreme vulnerability. The cheetah's body demands rest, but the world around it offers no mercy. The cheetah must lie beside its kill, panting heavily for many minutes, sometimes up to half an hour, just to cool down and regain its strength. It can't eat immediately. Each second spent recovering is a second lost to the ever-present threat of thieves. It can only wait, its senses on high alert, listening for the telltale sounds of approaching danger. The slightest rustle in the grass, the distant caw of a bird, could signal the arrival of a rival. This period of forced rest acts as an open invitation to the scavengers and kleptoparasites, those notorious food thieves of the Serengeti. The cheetah's hard-won prize becomes a beacon for opportunists. The sight of a kill or the scent of fresh blood on the wind travels fast across the open plains. The savannah is a stage, and every predator and scavenger is watching for their cue. Vultures circling overhead are a clear giveaway, a beacon signaling a successful hunt to any predator in the vicinity. Their presence alone can draw a crowd of competitors from miles away. Lions, with their superior strength, and clans of spotted hyenas, with their formidable numbers, are always watching, always waiting for an easy meal. For them, stealing is often safer and more efficient than hunting. They've learned that the cheetah's success provides them with a low-risk opportunity to feed. The cheetah, smaller and built for speed, is no match for their brute force or coordinated attacks. Aware of this constant threat, the cheetah must eat quickly. Every bite is a race against time, every mouthful a gamble. It doesn't have the luxury of savoring its meal. The pressure of competition is relentless, and hesitation can mean losing everything. Once it has recovered enough to begin feeding, it tears at the carcass with frantic urgency, gulping down mouthfuls of meat as fast as it can. The cheetah's meal is a desperate affair, shadowed by the threat of sudden violence. Its smaller jaw muscles and teeth aren't designed for crushing large bones, so it focuses on the soft flesh of the underbelly and hindquarters. It must make the most of what it can consume before the inevitable interruption. The cheetah is honestly a nervous diner, frequently lifting its head, its eyes scanning the horizon, its ears swiveling to catch the faintest sound. Every sense is tuned to the possibility of danger. Every minute spent at the kill site increases the likelihood of a confrontation it simply cannot win. The longer it stays, the greater the risk that a stronger or more numerous rival will appear. If possible, the cheetah will attempt to drag its prize to a safer location, maybe into the shade of a dense bush or near the base of a kopje. Even this is a struggle, as every movement is watched by hungry eyes. However, its light build means it can only move smaller prey, like a gazelle. Larger kills are simply too heavy, anchoring the cheetah in place and increasing its peril. A young wildebeest is often just too heavy to be moved far. The cheetah is forced to abandon the idea of safety, left exposed on the open plain. More often than not, the cheetah is forced to eat out in the open, exposed and vulnerable. The vastness of the savannah offers little protection from the eyes of hungry rivals. It's estimated that up to 50% of cheetah kills are stolen by other predators. The arrival of a lion or a pack of hyenas is swift and merciless. There is no negotiation, only flight or fight. And for the cheetah, flight is the only option. This high rate of theft means the cheetah must hunt more frequently, further expending its precious energy reserves and, well, increasing its exposure to risk. In the wild, every predator is both hunter and hunted, and the struggle for survival is a relentless contest of speed, strength, and cunning, where even victory can be snatched away in an instant. On the vast, golden plains of the Serengeti, a silent drama unfolds each day, a drama of power, territory, and survival. Here, the lion stands as the undisputed king, its very presence shaping the destinies of all who share its domain. The relationship between lion and cheetah is a stark illustration of dominance in the animal kingdom. The lion, with its imposing stature and confidence, exerts a constant pressure on the cheetah, a master of speed but not of strength. When their paths cross, the outcome is rarely in doubt. A lion will not hesitate to confront a cheetah, not only to steal its hard-earned meal, but often to eliminate a rival from the landscape. In this world, every meal is a prize, and every competitor is a threat to future feasts. Weighing up to 3 times as much as a cheetah and armed with immense power in its forelimbs and jaws, the lion is a living embodiment of brute force. Its dominance is not just physical, but psychological. A single lion can send a ripple of fear through the grasslands, forcing cheetahs to abandon their kills and their ground. When a pride of lions approaches, their unity and sheer numbers become an unstoppable force. The air grows tense, and the hierarchy of the plains is made clear. The lion claims what it wants, and all others must yield. For the cheetah, there is only one choice: abandon its hard-won meal and flee for its life. Rarely does this interaction escalate into a true fight. Instead, it is a swift, brutal displacement, a reminder of the lion's unchallenged authority. Even the cheetah's legendary speed is no match for the lion's raw power in a direct confrontation. To defend a kill would be to invite certain death, a gamble no cheetah can afford. The power dynamic is absolute. The cheetah, for all its grace and agility, is forced into submission, retreating from the lion's shadow time and again. Lions are not content with simply driving cheetahs away. They are known to actively hunt and kill cheetahs, especially the vulnerable cubs, viewing them as future rivals for the same precious prey. The lion's dominance extends beyond the immediate kill. By targeting cheetah cubs, they secure their own lineage's access to resources like gazelles and young zebra, reinforcing their reign over the territory. This interspecies rivalry is a constant, simmering conflict, a battle for territory, for food, and for the right to exist. The tension is palpable whenever these apex predators share the same ground. In this landscape of dominance, the cheetah has been forced to adapt. It hunts during the searing heat of midday, when the lions, heavy with power, seek shade and rest. This clever partitioning of time is a survival strategy, a way to avoid the lion's lethal attention. As the sun blazes overhead, lions become sluggish, their energy conserved for cooler hours. The cheetah seizes this window, darting through the grasslands in search of prey, always wary, always alert. This temporal dance, one predator active while the other slumbers, reduces the risk of deadly encounters, but never eliminates it. The cheetah's existence is a constant calculation of risk and reward. For cheetah mothers, the stakes are even higher. They must be secretive and vigilant, moving their cubs frequently to new hiding spots, always seeking to outwit the ever-watchful lions. The tall grasses and dense thickets become sanctuaries, but never guarantees of safety. Every rustle, every shadow could signal danger. Lions patrol their territories relentlessly, their senses attuned to the faintest sign of intruders. For cheetah cubs, the first months of life are a perilous gauntlet, with lion predation a leading cause of mortality. The Serengeti's 3,000-strong lion population casts a long shadow. creating a landscape of fear for the cheetah. Every movement, every decision is shaped by the need to avoid the king's wrath. The cheetah must constantly assess the risk, where to hunt, where to rest, where to raise its young. The boundaries of its world are drawn by the movements of the dominant lions. Even moments of rest are tinged with tension. The cheetah's survival depends not only on its speed and skill, but on its ability to remain invisible to the ruling pride. In the animal kingdom, dominance is not just about strength, it is about shaping the very fabric of life for all who dwell within a territory. For the cheetah, life is lived in the shadow of a king, every day a testament to the power dynamics that define the wild heart of the Serengeti. In the wild heart of the Serengeti, danger is never far away. If lions are the tyrants of these plains, then spotted hyenas are its cunning and relentless opportunists, always lurking, always watching, always waiting for a moment of weakness. A single hyena, cautious and calculating, may hesitate to challenge an adult cheetah. But in the wild, solitude is rare. The lone hyena is merely the scout, the first sign of a greater threat gathering just out of sight. Hyenas thrive in large, socially intricate clans. Their power lies not just in numbers, but in their ability to work together, coordinating hunts, outlasting their prey, and overwhelming even the most formidable adversaries with sheer persistence and stamina. These intelligent predators are ever vigilant, their sharp eyes tracking the movements of every hunter on the plains. They are masters of patience, waiting for the perfect moment to strike, especially when a cheetah, breathless from the chase, is most vulnerable. With a single eerie whoop, a hyena can summon its clan from across the grasslands. What begins as a solitary scavenger can quickly become a mob, their calls echoing through the dusk, signaling a coming storm of chaos. Unlike the swift, brutal displacement by a lion, a confrontation with hyenas is a drawn-out ordeal. The cheetah faces a siege, an exhausting, nerve-wracking standoff that can last for agonizing minutes. The hyenas approach with bold, menacing confidence, forming a living wall around the cheetah and its hard-won prize. Their cackles and whoops fill the air, a chorus of intimidation that drowns out the quiet of the savannah, creating an atmosphere thick with tension and fear. The cheetah, muscles trembling and lungs burning from the chase, is forced into an impossible dilemma: defend its meal and risk injury, or surrender and go hungry. Outnumbered and outmatched, the cheetah cannot hope to fight off the relentless, powerful hyenas. Its slender frame and delicate jaws are no match for the bone-crushing bite of a hyena, whose jaws can shatter even the toughest bones with ease. The risk of a crippling injury is ever present. For a cheetah, even a minor wound can mean the difference between life and death in this unforgiving land. The hyena's strategy is one of attrition and intimidation, relentlessly harassing their target, wearing it down with psychological warfare as much as physical threat. They make mock charges, nip at the cheetah's heels, and close in with calculated aggression until the beleaguered cat has no choice but to abandon its meal. The loss is devastating, not just a meal, but the precious energy and time spent in the hunt, all snatched away in moments. For a mother cheetah, the stakes are even higher. Each stolen kill brings her cubs closer to starvation, the threat of hunger looming as large as any predator. But hyenas are not just thieves, they are hunters in their own right, and a direct threat to cheetah cubs. Vulnerable and defenseless, the young are easy targets for a hungry clan. A mother cheetah must remain ever vigilant, hiding her cubs in the tall grass, always alert for the telltale sounds of hyenas searching for their next meal. This relentless pressure keeps cheetahs on edge, their senses sharpened by the constant threat of attack from every direction. Every meal is a race against time. The cheetah must eat with frantic speed, eyes darting, ears twitching, always ready to flee at the first sign of danger. The toll is immense. The constant competition with hyenas drains the cheetah's energy, saps its strength, and leaves it perpetually stressed and exhausted. In the intricate web of the Serengeti's predators, the cheetah's speed and skill are often undone by the brute force and teamwork of the hyena clan, relegating it to the margins of the feast. Yet hyenas are not the only threat. The wild itself is a gauntlet of dangers. Leopards lurking in the shadows, lions patrolling the night, and even the environment itself. Sudden storms can scatter prey herds, drought can parch the land, and wildfires can sweep across the plains, leaving devastation in their wake. For the cheetah, every day is a battle against not just rival predators, but the very elements of nature itself. In this world, the shadow of danger never truly disappears. It is the ever-present companion of all who call the Serengeti home. In the golden light of the African savannah, the cheetah stands as a symbol of speed and grace. Yet beneath this elegance lies a story of struggle and survival. While the threat of lions and hyenas is ever present, the cheetah faces a far more profound and silent danger, a slow, relentless slide toward extinction. Each day, a solitary cheetah surveys the vast, empty grasslands, its keen eyes scanning for both prey and peril. But the greatest threat is not always visible. The world around the cheetah is changing, shrinking and fragmenting, leaving it more vulnerable than ever before. The numbers tell a sobering tale. Recent reports reveal that only around 6,700 cheetahs remain in the wild, a population so small it teeters on the edge of disappearance. The cheetah is now listed as vulnerable, but many believe its true status is even more dire. The heart of the cheetah's struggle is the loss of its home. These cats are built for the open savannah, where they can unleash their legendary speed in pursuit of fleet-footed antelope. But as the wild grasslands are carved up and claimed, the cheetah's world grows smaller. Once, a cheetah could run for miles across unbroken plains. Now it finds its path blocked by fences, roads, and the ever-encroaching edge of farmland. Each barrier is a new obstacle, each patch of wild land more isolated than the last. The cheetah's territory shrinks, and with it, the hope for survival. In this fractured landscape, cheetahs are forced into ever closer quarters, their populations cut off from one another. Without the ability to roam and mix, their genetic pool grows shallow, making them more susceptible to disease and disaster. The open savannah, once a stage for breathtaking chases, is now a battleground for survival. As prey animals become scarce, cheetahs must compete fiercely for every meal. Hunger gnaws at their bellies, and the weak are left behind. The cheetah's plight is not just a story of shrinking land, but of shrinking hope. Even their own bodies betray them. Thousands of years ago, a population bottleneck left cheetahs with remarkably little genetic diversity. Today, they are almost like living copies of one another, making them especially vulnerable to disease outbreaks that can sweep through entire groups with devastating speed. Mothers raise their cubs in the shadow of uncertainty, knowing that only a few will survive to adulthood. The lack of genetic variation makes reproduction more difficult, and every new generation faces the same uphill battle. As the sun sets over the savannah, a lone cheetah moves silently through the tall grass, its silhouette fading into the dusk. The world it once ruled is vanishing, and with it, the future of this magnificent cat grows ever more uncertain. The cheetah's story is one of resilience in the face of overwhelming odds, a testament to the wild spirit that refuses to surrender, even as the world closes in. In this challenging landscape of decline and uncertainty, the Serengeti ecosystem stands as a beacon of hope, a living sanctuary for speed, where the ancient ballet of predator and prey continues to unfold. Here, the cheetah finds one of its last true refuges. The Serengeti's vast protected grasslands offer a rare expanse where these magnificent cats can roam freely, raise their young, and hone the skills that make them the fastest animals on land. Each dawn, a mother cheetah leads her cubs through the whispering grass, teaching them the art of survival in a world that is both beautiful and unforgiving. The sheer size of the Serengeti National Park and its surrounding conservation areas is crucial. These endless plains, dotted with acacia trees and rolling hills, provide the space cheetahs need to sprint, stalk, and thrive. In these protected habitats, the cheetah's need for territory is met, allowing them to avoid dangerous confrontations and maintain healthy populations. Across these sweeping grasslands, the timeless drama of the hunt plays out. Cheetahs, built for speed, explode into motion, chasing agile gazelles in a breathtaking display of power and grace. The abundance of prey here is no accident. It is the result of decades of careful protection and habitat management, ensuring that the food web remains intact. The health of the Serengeti is inextricably linked to the survival of the cheetah. Every blade of grass, every hidden waterhole, every undisturbed corner of wilderness contributes to the delicate balance that sustains these predators. The Serengeti's robust populations of gazelles, impalas, and other prey animals are the foundation of this sanctuary. Their numbers are carefully monitored, their migrations protected, so that the cheetah's chase can continue and the ecosystem remains whole. By safeguarding the prey, we safeguard the predator. Every successful hunt, every meal shared between a mother and her cubs, is a testament to the effectiveness of these protected habitats. The Serengeti's status as a sanctuary is not just about space, it's about the intricate web of life that supports the cheetah at every turn. From the smallest insect to the largest antelope, every creature plays a role in this living tapestry. Yet, even in this sanctuary, the cheetah's life is fraught with challenges. Competition with lions and hyenas, the threat of disease, and the ever-shifting climate test their resilience daily. The balance here is delicate. The dry and wet seasons shape the land, dictating the movements of herds and the fortunes of predators. A single drought or outbreak can ripple through the ecosystem, threatening the fragile peace that has been so carefully maintained. To protect this sanctuary, ongoing research is vital. Scientists track cheetahs across the plains, set up camera traps, and study their every move, gathering the knowledge needed to ensure their future. These dedicated efforts reveal the hidden lives of cheetahs, their family bonds, their hunting strategies, their struggles and triumphs. Every observation adds to our understanding, guiding conservation strategies that keep the Serengeti wild. The data collected here shapes the future of the park, informing decisions that protect not just cheetahs, but the entire ecosystem. It is a living laboratory, where every discovery brings us closer to a world where speed and wildness endure. The fate of the cheetah, the ultimate symbol of speed, rests in the hands of those who fight to keep these sanctuaries intact. Their survival is a measure of our commitment to the wild. The future of speed depends on our resolve to preserve places like the Serengeti, where nature can still run free, and the chase can continue beneath endless skies. The cheetah is more than just a beautiful animal. It is a living testament to the power of evolution, a vital thread in the fabric of the African plains, and a reminder of what is at stake. To lose the cheetah would be to lose a piece of the planet's soul, a loss that would echo across the wild places of the world. The Serengeti is the cheetah's last great stage, a sanctuary for speed and spirit. We must ensure that this performance, this wild dance of life, can go on, unbroken, untamed, and forever free, and forever. As the golden sun sinks beneath the horizon, the Serengeti transforms. Where daylight belongs to the cheetah and the swift-footed gazelle, darkness awakens a new caste of predators. The air cools, the sky deepens to indigo, and the plains pulse with unseen movement. A world ruled by the senses, where silence and shadow become the tools of survival. In the moonlit grass, a pair of amber eyes glint. The African leopard, master of stealth, emerges from her daytime refuge. She moves like liquid shadow, hogging the contours of termite mounds and fallen logs. Unlike the cheetah's explosive speed, her hunt is a study in patience and precision. She listens, every muscle coiled, waiting for the faintest rustle. A solitary impala, lulled by the false security of night, draws too close. With a sudden, silent leap, the leopard strikes, her powerful jaws ending the hunt before her prey can even cry out. She drags her prize up into the crook of an acacia tree, safe from scavengers, her silhouette framed against the stars. Elsewhere, the night is alive with cackles and whoops. A clan of spotted hyenas patrols the plains, their social bonds and keen intelligence making them formidable nocturnal hunters. They move as a unit, communicating with eerie calls that echo across the savannah. Their strategy is relentless endurance, chasing prey over long distances, wearing them down until exhaustion brings the final blow. Sometimes they stumble upon the leftovers of another predator's meal. In a flurry of growls and snapping jaws, they assert their dominance, scattering the remains among the group. Not far away, a pride of lions stirs from their daytime slumber. The lioness, eyes gleaming in the darkness, leads her sisters in a silent formation. Night is their ally, cloaking their approach as they spread out, encircling a herd of wildebeest. The tension is electric. A single misstep could spell disaster, but together they move with practiced unity. At a whispered signal, the pride erupts into motion. The chase is short and brutal, ending with a triumphant roar that signals a successful hunt. The smaller predators, too, claim the night as their own. Bat-eared foxes dart through the grass, their oversized ears swiveling like radar dishes to catch the scurry of insects and rodents. Servals, with their long legs and spotted coats, leap high to pounce on unsuspecting mice, their agility unmatched in the undergrowth. Even the elusive aardwolf, shy and solitary, quietly combs the earth for termites, its presence barely detected. In the darkness, the boundaries between hunter and hunted blur. A lone jackal slinks along the edge of a lion's kill, hoping to snatch a morsel before being noticed. Owls glide silently overhead, their wings whispering secrets to the night as they scan for movement below. Each predator has carved out a niche, their strategies shaped by millennia of evolution, each adapted to the unique challenges of the nocturnal world. Throughout these hours, the cheetah remains largely absent. Night is not her domain. Her speed is best spent under the sun. Yet even she is affected by the nocturnal drama, as lions and hyenas may threaten her cubs or scavenge her hard-won meals. The tapestry of life in the Serengeti is woven as much by the creatures of the night as by those of the day. As dawn approaches, the first light touches the plains, and the nocturnal hunters retreat to their hidden lairs. For a few brief hours the Serengeti is still, but in the darkness 1,000 stories have unfolded, tales of cunning, cooperation, rivalry, and survival. In this eternal cycle of night and day, the wild heart of Tanzania beats on, unbroken and untamed. As the sun rises once more over the Serengeti, a silent war of wits resumes, one fought not with claws or fangs, but with invisibility. Here survival depends on the art of blending in. Predators and prey alike have evolved remarkable camouflage techniques, turning the Tanzanian plains into a living game of hide-and-seek. Beneath the acacia's dappled shade, a young impala freezes, its tawny coat mirroring the gold and brown mosaic of sunlit grasses. With every muscle tense, it becomes nearly invisible, a living shadow shaped by the land itself. The impala's white underbelly and faint stripes break up its outline, confusing the searching eyes of prowling lions. Even the herd's restless movement is a strategy, a flickering mirage that makes it difficult for predators to single out any one target. Nearby, a pride of lions crouches low in the tall grass. Their sandy fur is a masterstroke of natural selection, blending seamlessly with the dry savannah. Only the subtle twitch of an ear or the glint of an eye betrays their presence. As they stalk, their bodies become extensions of the earth, each careful step calculated to keep them hidden until the final explosive charge. The masters of stealth leopards take camouflage to another level. Their rosetted coats mimic the patchwork of light and shadow beneath the trees. High in the branches, a leopard lies motionless, her markings dissolving into the leaves and lichen. Below, the unsuspecting pass by, never knowing death is poised just overhead. Even smaller predators employ disguise. The serval's spotted coat mimics the broken patterns of sunlight through the grass, allowing it to approach rodents undetected. Bat-eared foxes with their dust-coloured fur vanish against the bare earth as they hunt for insects at dawn. The prey, too, are artists of deception. The dik-dik, a tiny antelope, stands perfectly still among the rocks, its mottled coat indistinguishable from the mottled stones. The ground-dwelling francolin crouches low, its feathers a perfect match for the leaf litter, while a chameleon inches along a branch, shifting its colours to match bark and leaf, a living trick of the eye. In this world, every shadow is suspect, every patch of colour a potential hiding place. The ceaseless dance between predator and prey is shaped by the ability to vanish, to become unseen. For those who master the art of camouflage, there is hope for another sunrise. For those who falter, the Serengeti's endless cycle continues. Here, invisibility is the ultimate weapon, and the wild heart of Tanzania beats on, concealed beneath the patterns of earth, grass, and sky. Beneath the golden grasses of the Serengeti, an invisible network binds every creature to another, a delicate web of life spun from countless silent connections. Here, survival is not a solitary pursuit, but a symphony of interactions, each species depending on the next, in a perpetual exchange of energy and existence. As dawn stretches across the plains, a towering giraffe plucks tender leaves from an acacia tree. The tree's thorns, sharp and unyielding, are a defense shaped by generations of hungry grazers. Yet, the giraffe's long tongue and nimble lips have evolved to navigate this armor, ensuring it can feast where others cannot. In return, the giraffe's browsing prunes the tree, encouraging new shoots, and its movement disperses seeds across the savannah, giving rise to future forests. Below, a herd of wildebeest grazes, their constant movement trimming the grass, stimulating its growth. Their hooves churn the soil, making way for new plants to sprout. When the wildebeest move on, they leave behind a mosaic of grazed and untouched land, a patchwork that provides shelter for rodents and insects. Dung beetles arrive in swarms, rolling the waste into the earth, enriching the soil and fueling the next cycle of life. A patient lioness watches from the shade, her hunger tethered to the ebb and flow of the herds. When she succeeds, her meal is rarely hers alone. Hyenas and jackals linger at the edges, ready to scavenge what remains. Even after the feast, vultures descend from the sky, their sharp eyes and powerful beaks reducing the carcass to bone. Nothing is wasted. Every scrap is consumed, every nutrient returned to the earth. Tiny termites hidden beneath the surface break down what's left, turning bone and sinew into rich soil. Their mounds rise like miniature cities, aerating the ground and supporting new plant life. Insects attracted to the fresh grass feed birds like the lilac-breasted roller, who in turn become prey for snakes and raptors. Every link in this chain is vital. If one disappears, the balance shifts, a ripple that can be felt across the plains. The cheetah's sprint, the zebra's grazing, the eagle's hunt, the insect's flight, all are threads in the same tapestry. In the Serengeti, life is not simply about the survival of the fittest, but the survival of the connected. Each heartbeat echoes through the web, sustaining the wild beauty of Tanzania's endless grasslands. In the heart of the Serengeti, where the sun blazes and the grasses sway, there lies a sanctuary more precious than gold, a waterhole, shimmering beneath the open sky. Here, the very pulse of life gathers, drawn by the promise of cool relief in a world ruled by thirst. At dawn, the first to arrive are the cautious antelope, their slender forms silhouetted against the pale horizon. Ears twitch and eyes dart, for every sip carries risk. The waterhole is a stage where predator and prey must share the same script. A herd of zebras approaches, their stripes flickering like shadows across the surface. The matriarch leads, stepping carefully, her senses sharpened by generations of survival. Each hoof leaves a mark in the mud, evidence of a fleeting peace. But the peace is fragile. Hidden in the tall grass, a pride of lions waits, their golden eyes fixed on the gathering crowds. The Waterhole is their hunting ground, a place where patience and timing are rewarded. Yet even the lions approach with caution, for crocodiles lurk beneath the water's mirror-like sheen, jaws agape, waiting for the unwary. As the day grows hot, wildebeest and buffalo join the throng, their bulk jostling for space. The tension rises, a silent agreement, holding the chaos at bay. Elephants arrive in stately procession, their trunks unfurling to drink and to shower their young. With their immense presence they command respect, and for a moment predators retreat into the shadows. Birds wheel overhead, herons, storks, and kingfishers, each drawn by the teeming life below. Dragonflies skim the surface, while terrapins sun themselves on muddy banks. The Waterhole is not just a source of life, it is a crucible of competition and cooperation. At dusk, as the sky blazes orange and purple, the rhythm shifts. The wary gazelles drink quickly, knowing that under the cloak of twilight, leopards and hyenas prowl. A single splash can send a ripple of panic through the crowd, scattering hundreds in a heartbeat. Yet, when the dust settles, the Waterhole remains, a lifeline renewed with every rainfall, a place where the destinies of hunter and hunted are entwined. Here, survival is measured in moments of courage and caution, in the delicate balance of need and fear. In the endless cycle of the Serengeti, the Waterhole stands as a testament to the unity of life. It is where the wild comes to drink, and where the stories of survival are written, drop by precious drop. Beneath the endless sky of the Serengeti, as twilight yields to night, the future stirs, with both promise and peril. Tanzania's great predators, cheetahs, lions, leopards, and hyenas, prowl the same ancient paths, their paws pressing into earth that has borne witness to millennia of survival. Yet the ground beneath them is shifting. As seasons grow less predictable, the rains that once arrived in gentle rhythm now come as sudden storms or linger in absence. Grasslands parch and rivers shrink, and the delicate balance of the ecosystem trembles. Prey animals wander farther in search of food and water, and predators must adapt or face hunger. The cheetah's chase grows longer, the lion's pride more restless. In the darkness, new challenges lurk. Invasive plants creep across the plains, crowding out native grasses and reshaping the hunting grounds. Disease, once held in check by the wild's natural order, finds new footholds as temperatures climb and water holes dwindle. Even the mighty crocodile, master of ambush, finds fewer places to conceal its ancient form. Yet amid these threats, hope endures. The predators of Tanzania are resilient, shaped by countless generations of change. Lions learn to hunt in smaller, nimbler groups. Leopards adapt their territories to the shifting patterns of prey. The hyena's laughter echoes with ingenuity, finding opportunity where others see only loss. The land itself whispers of renewal. With every rainfall, seeds of native grasses burst to life, and the plains shimmer green once more. The interconnected web of life, predator, prey, and plant, struggles, but it also endures, each strand strengthened by the challenges faced. Though the future is uncertain, it is not without light. The predators of the Serengeti move forward, guided by instinct and the silent wisdom of the wild. Their survival is a testament to adaptation, to the relentless will to live, and to the hope that the plains will remain a stage for their stories, untamed, unbroken, and everlasting.